Alright, it's October 19th, and I am all settled in here. I just got back from a few days of hunting up in Minnesota. I was hunting with a buddy of mine, and we were targeting a specific buck, but unfortunately he was most active in the middle of the night, so always a good time hunting up there. I went up there last year a couple times. Beautiful country, but unfortunately no luck on our target, so I might have to make another trip up once it gets a little better. But I made it back to Iowa today in time to get in the stand, coming up to a property I haven't hunted yet. So it's a bottom cornfield with quite a bit of timber around, and the farmer actually just picked all this corn last night, so I can still see the combine sitting over on the edge of the field. So this is about as fresh as it gets, and he did say he saw a good buck while they were combining. I don't have anything really good on camera here, so I kind of thought, what the heck, let's go see what it is. I think he called it like a 160 type deer, so hopefully we can lay eyes on that. Not the greatest weather, but it's not bad either. But like I said, it's hard to pass up a freshly harvested cornfield. It's just it's a magnet for deer to come check out and feed in. So I'm on the bottom corner of this field. It's a pretty good sized field. And there's a trail that comes out right here. Unfortunately, I'm kind of blowing my wind out that way. I'm expecting them to come into the field different spots, but hopefully I can call to something and bring it down to this side. I actually carried the elevate stand in. My hope was to hang it up above this ladder stand just to get a little bit higher and more against the trunk. But as I was getting ready, there's deer all over. I watched a 3-year-old cruise by. 3 more deer came out this corner. There's more out there, so I kind of got stuck not being able to do everything I can, so I'm just sitting in this little ladder stand tonight. But like I said, the deer are moving early for sure, so hopefully we lay eyes on a good buck tonight. Definitely looking forward to this sit. Well, it's 5:30 now. It's really clouded up. Feels later than that. The deer just pouring into this cornfield. They're all over it. pretty cool to see that number of deer in this spot. I was sitting here just filming them, kind of watching around, and all of a sudden they all started blowing. And they're a couple hundred yards upwind. So I knew they were blowing at something else, but they were blowing and running and like kind of charging at the direction that they were going. So I kind of had a hunch that it was a bobcat. And it wasn't maybe a minute later, I had a rabbit come running by the tree, and shortly after that, sure enough, the bobcat came, and I was kind of all twisted up, couldn't really get good footage in it. The rabbit got in a brush pile over here, and the bobcat chased it out. It was kind of chaos, but bobcat didn't catch it, so it came out on the trail, and I got a little footage there. But it's pretty cool. That's my second bobcat encounter in the last few days. Second time I've had them underneath my tree in the last few hunts. And while I don't like all these deer blowing pretty much constantly right now, they are cool to see in person for sure. Well, that was a pretty cool little encounter right there. I was kind of faced a different direction filming all these does and just heard a loud, long grunt, just long and drawn out. But it was one of those deals where you couldn't exactly pinpoint. I knew it was in this direction, but I kind of heard the corn stalks walking through the stalks, and sure enough, he popped out right here, probably, 50, 60 yards. But sure looks like a no doubt mature buck, kind of short tine, but had some cool character to him. It's fun to watch that even. He's a long ways from all the other deer. I mean, there's little bucks chasing and posturing, and he's just kind of watching it, taking it all in. He knows it's not time, not getting too fired up yet. He's just more worried about eating tonight while the younger bucks play. So cool to watch that. Still got a little time left.
was a fun hunt last night. It got dark coming quick, obviously, with a field full of deer, but man, it was probably the most pre-rut type activity I've seen, even if it's just younger bucks. Just a lot of posturing and chasing does around the field, and heard a snort wheeze in there, and heard that, you know, mature buck grunt. And we're right on the cusp. A lot of crop fields coming out around here. I'm having new bucks show up, you know, at least weekly, if not a little more frequently. The scrapes have really heated up. They've been on fire, even with mature buck activity these last few days. So they're right there. Such a fun time of year. And actually this morning, my buddy Mac shot one last night, so we're gonna go try to recover it this morning. So it's that time of year. We're getting close, and I'm looking forward to these next few hunts.